There we go. So we're working on a console that we were working on yesterday. Last night, actually, but I was already tired. Mentally exhausted, to be honest. And we're going to go ahead and continue working on this. Where we stopped at is this console right now. It's got a beep on, beep off scenario where it just beeps and it doesn't turn on. I didn't check to see if this console was turning on prior to me changing the HDMI port. So initially, it was brought to me by a customer here locally saying that he just needs an HDMI port repair, but I didn't check to see if it actually turned on. I just checked him in quick and put his job in the list, in the queue to be worked on. I'm guessing I took his word that the console was working, but after replacing the HDMI port, noticed that, or not noticed, but it wasn't turning on. It was just beeping, beep on, beep off. So what I'm going to start doing right now is actually I'm going to go ahead and start with some uh, doing some visual. Oh, I think I may have found something just now. Doing some visual inspection on this motherboard. I'm going to get back to what I just saw, but I'm going to just keep looking real quick. I think that's just dirt, maybe. Yeah, it's just dust. This console yesterday was certainly very, very, very dusty. Get this stuff out of the way real quick so I can have a clear bench to be able to work on. What happened? This joined. What do you mean? What happened with what, bud? So right now I'm just trying to figure out exactly what could be wrong with this one. As it's just got a beep on, beep off scenario, and the beep on, beep off scenario could be just about anything, honestly. So yesterday, where I finished was when putting power in, noticed the Southbridge chip was getting warm. Was the only thing that was getting warm, but that normally doesn't tell until that the Southbridge chip is the issue, though. Man, today's a beautiful day, by the way. It's kind of chilly outside. I have the garage open. All we did was replace the HDMI port on it. Alright, so the only thing I noticed here was this. I'm not even sure exactly what it is, but I think it's either a regulator of sorts. I think it's a regulator, some sort of component. But it looks to be out of place. This component there looks to be out of place. Let me show you real quick. What happened to the thing I'm working on? So the initial problem to why it was brought to me was because an HDMI port. The HDMI port on it was broken, which we already replaced yesterday. This is the HDMI port. I'm not sure if you can see, but it's broken. Now, upon testing, once I replaced the HDMI port, the console wasn't turning on, and I'm trying to figure why it's not turning on. Now, one of the things I just now noticed, literally, and I'm showing y'all on that cam right there. I noticed this component right over here. It's not even making contact. It's not making contact on that pin, that pin. This one is, but I think this component is bad. This component, I believe it's bad. That component right there is bad, which is why I think this is going to be the cause of it. Because it looks lifted, It looks to be loose. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that component real quick, and I'm going to give me a donor board and actually replace it. Let me show people on YouTube. Yeah, I do have a YouTube as well, y'all. So if you want to see exactly what you see here underneath the camera, feel free to go to my YouTube channel. You'll be able to see it there. We are live on YouTube. You know, I'm going to keep the same component. I'm going to see if it actually works. I'm just going to solder it on properly. If it doesn't work still, I'm going to replace it. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and replace it. The actual pins themselves are... They are bent. I'm just going to go ahead and get this one replaced. Let me grab a donor board real quick. Forgot to turn on my fume extractor. There we go. That is all done. Now we're gonna test real quick. I don't know if that was it. That was the only thing I just noticed right now that was loose. I haven't checked the remainder of the motherboard. To be honest, this morning that was the goal, to go through the entire motherboard and validate everything. Start getting some readings and voltage rails and such. Alrighty. But I'm going to go ahead and just do some testing real quick. Let's see if we still get the same symptoms. Yeah, I know, IDK. Literally, I applied for the stream key with TikTok. They declined it. So they kind of, I will say, they kind of pissed me off a bit, because they declined my stream key. We got me through 3K. I applied for it, and they said that only selected, their reply was that only selected users are eligible. Although I qualified, only selected users are selected to get a stream key for TikTok, and that kind of pissed me off. So I went back to YouTube. Literally, I went back to YouTube. I was trying to use TikTok, but TikTok did not want me. I guess it didn't want my type of content on there. I don't know. Although my content's not bad. You know, it's about technology. Hopefully some people picking some of this up, learning how to do repairs and such, potentially. Whatever the case may be. I know I had a gentleman said, "Hey, I like watching you because it puts me to sleep." I thought that was funny, but okay. So yeah, I was upset though whenever TikTok declined my request for a stream key. I was trying to use their TikTok Studio, and they declined it. I don't know. It's out of my hands. Can't do anything. Maybe I'm not big enough as a content creator yet. I guess you have to have a certain number of views and such and followers. I'm a small channel, so yeah, they're not. I don't know. I don't know how TikTok works, but I applied based on what they're recommending. Based on what they're recommending, their minimum requirements are. I met them, but yet they still declined me though. Alright, let's test and let's see if we still get a beep on, beep off scenario. Completely forgot about my beep on YouTube. My apologies, y'all. And we're just going to put this together enough to be able to test real quick. You know what? I'm getting stuff all over my hand, which is why I should be wearing a damn glove. Let me get my gloves on. Anybody know a techno playlist from back in the days, probably late 90s, early or late 2000s, potentially? I wouldn't mind playing some techno early in the morning. You know what? I'm not even going to put that in there just yet. I'm just going to go ahead and plug it in. Let's put our power board. And our Wi-Fi card. Just in case the update option pops up. You never know. Alright, let's go ahead and test. Let's see if it'll even attempt to power on, or if it'll do the beep on, beep off scenario again. I see the fan spin. I'm not sure if you guys saw the fan spin. Xbox One S. Yes, this is an Xbox One S. Sorry about that, y'all. You don't need one. I don't need one. What? I don't need a stream key? Yes, I do. You do need a stream key. No, you don't need a stream key for TikTok Studio, but they need to approve you from. So I have it downloaded right now. Let me see. I have TikTok Live Studio. It is launching. Let me show y'all real quick. You're right. You don't need a stream key, but they have to approve you from being able to use it. It's updating. I hadn't used it in a good minute. It's reinstalling or updating or something. I don't know. Come on. It's asking me to log in. Let me log in.
So we know they trip, but what happens in...
Come on.
Inside the circuit breaker when it trips around.
Okay, I just confirmed. Come on. Confirm. Login success. It still doesn't log in. Ooh, 7-day trial access requirement. You can access the meeting by something. All I know is all check marks. So I meet the qualifications. Get access. Application approved for 7 days. Your access to live studio expires in 7 days. To renew your access, you need to meet the access requirements, such as going live for more than 25 minutes at least 2 times. And what else? You not been revoked during this trial period. Okay, go live studio more than 25 minutes at least 2 times. I already said that. Okay, got it. If I go live on TikTok, though, that means that I won't be able to go live on my YouTube anymore. I think. Or I'm gonna have to mess with this later on, but it looks like it's probably going to work now. I tried it. I tried it right when I went to 3,000, and it wasn't working back then. It looks like it may work now, so I may test it later on today. I don't want to mess with it because I feel like I'm gonna end up messing things. What?
Regardless of how this particular thing works itself out, I will be dying. And so will you. And so will everyone here. And that's what I want to explore. We're all hurtling towards death. Yet here we are for the moment, alive. Each of us knowing we're going to die. Each of us is really believing we're alone.